Hey guys, and we are here for a Cup of Joe with John, and we'll be streaming all of this different shakeups in the standings, all the different craziness of the all the progressives that we're building up in this one, streaming it live to all those Pilot TVs, Player Connect apps, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Awesome stuff, but we have been sending out a ton of those brand new Pilot TVs to a lot of new places. Some of those places include McHugh's Grill and Bar, Muddy Chicken in Burnsville, that's awesome, Muddy Cow in Shakopee, Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar in Burnsville, Red Men Club, Flame Bar, the Red Fox Tavern, the Goodfellows in Lakeville, Old Piper Inn in Lakeville, and Blasco's Embassy Bar.
Yeah, good job to all of those locations getting those Pilot TVs. Hopefully we could see some jackpots go out to some of those great locations because we got some great jackpots in line for today. The highlight jackpots get started off with a Vikings bingo jackpot, 25 cents a card in that Vikings bingo. And you can take home $1,945 if you take it home in 52 balls or less.
Awesome stuff. Well, up next we got a couple jackpots looking really good for game day bingo. The 50-cent cards. The major is starting off really nice for today. It's at $6,081 and 54 balls or less to win. And that minor is looking really good to start things off as well. It's already at $345 and 52 balls or less to win.
Yeah, not to mention that the mega prize is pretty close to clicking up as well. But we'll talk about that when we go over all the progressives in our games. We also have a highlight jackpot in Skull Bingo to end off our night. That Skull Bingo has a coverall of $16,060. You can take home in 50 balls or less. All of those definitely come out. And if you win one of those great jackpots, we'd love to see a player picture of it. A player taking home one of those great jackpots just yesterday was Sarah over at Double R Saloon, taking home $1,043.75. But that was the only jackpot that actually went out on that Tuesday.
Wow. Well, hey, congrats to Sarah being the lone jackpot winner. But you may be winning some other jackpots in our E-Tab games, and we got a brand new one you can try out. It's called Bounty Hunter. It's a lot of fun. You can either collect lucky horseshoes and try the Bonanza bonus, or you can try your luck and pick a lucky door in the saloon door bonus round. Both are a lot of fun. Definitely check it out and let us know what you think.
Yeah, I think they're both an absolute blast, and you love the good old West themed. But we got some good weather. Check it in with Coon Rapids, Minnesota today, as it's going to be a great day to stay inside and play some Pilot games because it's going to be mixed clouds and sun this morning, followed by mostly cloudy skies and a few showers this afternoon. The high is going to be running around 56 degrees with winds west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That chance of rain is at around 40%.
Awesome stuff. Well, later tonight it's going to be partly to mostly cloudy. Low is going to hit around 38 degrees, and the winds are going to be blowing west to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Oh, should be some really nice stuff as the sun will be setting at 6:33 p.m. tonight. Sweet. To give way to an almost full moon, as last night was just the full moon.
Awesome stuff. The waning gibbous.
Yeah, the waning gibbous. I know so much more about the lunar cycles now that we go over the sun, when the sun sets and all that in our weather checkup.
Oh, 100%. Always some good stuff to keep up with. But another good thing to keep up with is our daily bingo schedule here at Pilot Games. Obviously, we start you guys off easy with some Cup of Joe in the morning, running at 11:30. So right before Vikings bingo starts off from 12 to 1 p.m. And that, of course, is our lunch hour bingo. We play it every single day. And today, you can start off your chances with over $1,945 and 52 balls or less to win. So definitely try and get a chance at some of those cards.
Oh, yeah, and earn some points towards our lunchtime bingo standings, which is the combination of the points you earn during Twins bingo and Vikings bingo. And we like to call it the Twiking Zone. Now, we had a bunch of shakeups yesterday and some more shakeups happening today. Really moving around some of these players in these standings. The first shakeup actually gets started in our top 3. So I'd
Wow.
rather talk about some really close races before we get into that. There's a 3-way race right now in 10th, 9th, and 8th place. T-Bone has 99,000 points. Kirby has 100,000 points, only 1,000 points separating them two. And then only 3,000 points up is Red over at American Legion Fridley with 103,000 points.
Okay, well, pretty close in that in the last 3 players right there. But of course, T-Bone has yet to get in the 100,000 point club too. So we are also awaiting a pretty big milestone for him. But of course, other than that, we have a pretty close race. Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park has 191,000 points. Sin Bob over Corky's Bar South Haven has 197,000 points. Sin Bob is in 4th, with Loser Dave trailing closely in 5th.
Yeah, only 6,000 points separating those two. And then there's only 6,000 points separating the 3rd place location and Sinbop. But the 3rd place player actually got bumped back from 2nd into 3rd, and that was Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley with 213,000 points. Got to watch out for Sinbop passing him up as well, as Scrub Eye was in 1st place just about 2 days ago.
That's some crazy stuff.
But moving up from 3rd into 2nd, passing up Scrub Eye is Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 216,000 points. And just recently getting into 1st place yesterday, and then really separated that lead as after yesterday having a bunch of dominant wins during our lunchtime bingo. Mikey Wins over at Steve Ellis now has a great lead with 233,000 points. Was only about 2,000 points, 3,000 points ahead of Scrub Eye yesterday, but just got so many wins during yesterday's lunchtime, we're able to get to 233,000 points.
That is insanity. Nice job to Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's, able to cement 1st place for at least a little bit. But we do have some locations to take a look at too, and it doesn't look like we have any shakeups happening. Just a lot of point totals kind of trying to go up. And the thing with the location standings, though, is there's not a whole lot of close races happening.
No, there's really not. There's some close races in the back half of our standings,
Yeah.
like we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids, and Mindiger's Sports Hub in La Crescent. Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, 120,000 points. Mindiger's Sports Hub in La Crescent, 123,000 points. But then 6th place has 236,000 points.
Yes.
Now, they're in a close race of their own with VFW Blaine, who has 239,000 points. So those two in a race of their own, like Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, and Mindiger's Sports Hub are in a race of their own. But then, 4th place Poppers in Virginia, 345,000 points, really in a race with nobody.
No.
It's about 100,000 points either way you look at it,
Yeah.
because 3rd place, they just got into the 100,000 point club yesterday.
Yeah, that's insane. Corky's Bar over at South Haven, 401,000 points. I mean, 2nd, you go even deeper into the club. American Legion Fridley has 459,000 points. And then you go to the next club up with 1st place, VFW Spring Lake Park. They got 560,000 points already.
Yeah, some huge gaps in these standings after those few tight races there. And so we'll see if there's any kind of shakeups that can happen. As Corky's Bar South Haven continues to creep closer to American Legion Fridley, we'll see if they can do that, as they're a big-time location, having big players like Nan playing there.
Yeah, 100%. Well, good job to all the players and locations in the top 10s. You guys are all doing some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, also Sinbop plays at Corky's Bar South Haven. So
Nice.
big signs for them to be rising maybe as we keep on going through this season. But if you guys aren't playing our live bingo, you guys should be playing our E-Tabs. Our E-Tabs are super fun, and right now we're listening to Go for Gold. It's one of my favorite E-Tab games. It feels a little Olympic themed, where you can earn some really good prizes even in its bonus round. But if that's not your theme, you don't like the Olympics for some reason, there's a bunch of different E-Tab games that will suit your fancy. We got Halloween themed one, we got Alice in Wonderland, we even got let me think. We got Minnesota themed one as well.
Yeah, that one's really fun.
Supers, a bunch of them, like Home on the Range, Pride of Minnesota. Those are 2 Minnesota themed games. So just check all of them out and see if you find one that you really enjoy. All games have small prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds you won't want to miss out.
Yeah, 100%. So definitely check them out. Let us know which one is your favorite. We love sending you guys out luck when you check in on the broadcast. But of course, right after lunch hour bingo from 12 to 1, we have the game day bingo starting things off at 1 to 4 p.m. And of course, it's the 50-cent cards. And today, it is starting things off with the minor at $345 and 52 balls or less to win. Then we move up to the major jackpot. That's set at $6,081 and 54 balls or less to win. And that mega jackpot's looking crazy. $39,321 and 48 balls or less to win. And, of course, as we go throughout the day, they're only going to get bigger and better from here.
Yeah, that mega prize only needs about under $700 for it to click up from 48 to what I think is 49 balls or less, which should be some really fun stuff. That major prize, super exciting. 54 balls or less is super doable. We see that ball count hit on a semi-regular basis. And then the minor prize, I mean, so fun as well as it goes out so quickly. But all those prizes that grow and roll over past that 1-4 time go into our happy hour live broadcasted bingo that gets started off with one game of Lucky 4 bingo at 4 p.m. We've just grown that Lucky 4 bingo prize over $40,000. And so if you don't take home that over $40,000 prize, you'll have another opportunity at 6. But in between those two games of Lucky 4 bingo, you get more chances at that game day bingo 50-cent card edition. Whatever that mega, major, and minor prize left off at, you'll have an opportunity to take home during that time.
Awesome stuff. Definitely come on out for the happy hour. We do have a little bit of standings to get into. Obviously, we haven't been able to update them since the Jackpot Hunter and Skull Bingo merger, but we got the top 5 to throw at you guys because these are definitely going to be the most likely to have stuck around.
Yes.
5th place, starting it off on the player side of things. We got Chica over at Willie McCoy's of Andover. They ended things off with 13,000 points. 4th place is Billany over at VFW Lane, 15,000 points. 3rd is O'Lars over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. 2nd is Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar in Burnsville with 20,000 points. And 1st, of course, was Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, getting things done with 38,000 points.
Yeah, good job to those players. On to the locations. 5th place, we got Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000 points. With 33,000 points in 4th place, we got American Legion Fridley. 3rd place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000 points. With 46,000 points in 2nd place, we got Onamia Vets Club. 1st place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points. Good job to all the locations and players. Hopefully we see some more of you guys out there during our happy hour bingo of Game Day Bingo, which has those great prizes available.
100%. But of course, right at the end of the broadcast, we do get that second chance at Lucky 4 Bingo, another shot at 40 grand if it was not given out in the first game. And then right after that, we lead into some more Skull Bingo $1 cards, usually from 6 to 10, but since it is a Wednesday, it will be from 6 to 7 and then 9 to 10. So some awesome stuff going on with that. But it's starting things off with the line prize. And the line prize is fresh for tonight, starting things off at 10 balls or less to win, but it will only get bigger from that point on. That large frame jackpot is at $2,775 and 43 balls or less to win. That coverall jackpot is at $16,060 and 50 balls or less to win. So all those prizes looking pretty good.
Yeah, and you mentioned that from 7 to 9 there will be an interruption of Skull Bingo, and that's because we are having the final Twins Wednesday of 2022.
Awesome.
Should be some really, really fun stuff, and we play either Twins Wednesday or Wild Wednesday from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday all year long. So make sure you guys are coming out to earn some PGL points with me and Will, as well as get ready for our Wild, who are about to take the ice tomorrow.
Yeah.
As the very next week we'll switch over to that Wild Wednesday. Should be some fun stuff. But just last night we had a different PGL night, and that's MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday, and next Tuesday you guys will be able to see Tony and Nikki trying to give out a bunch of those PGL points and prizes, like a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale, which they were not able to give out that $41,551 jackpot. And all you got to do is win it in 54 balls or less.
Wow, well, hey, definitely a good shot at some money for MegaSota Game Night and Twins Wednesday tonight. But to get points for these nights at the same time as winning those jackpots, you got to sign up at pgl.world to become a member of our league. PGL players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a lot of great stuff in it. So definitely sign up at pgl.world today.
And the new players that just got signed up at pgl.world are Blue Frog 12, Pink Fly 123, Fred Trisha, BJ Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440, B San T Jur 34, Midnight, Kate, Shaw M, Sham, JLP, and Peterson 27.
Awesome. Welcome to the PGL, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you guys winning some jackpots or maybe even getting onto these PGL standings we're about to get into. But, of course, these PGL standings, you guys can earn points for them every PGL night, like MegaSota Game Night, TwinsWinsDay, and, of course, Wild Wednesday coming up, along with those Vikings game days. But the players' side of things are switching things up quite a bit. 10th place is actually coming from outside of the standings, a newcomer. It's Panda over at Roadside, now has 654,000 points.
Yeah, good job, Panda. But they're not the only player moving around, as Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 760,000 points was able to move from 8th into 7th. Okay. Moving from 9th into 8th, we got Sarah Honey at VFW Austin with 750,000 points, and they both bumped back Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,000 points, getting moved back from 7th all the way to 9th place. Hopefully Keith can stay in that 100,000 point club after tonight.
Very, very true. But of course, you go further up than that in the top 3. Top 5 is honestly all remained the same, but we'll be going into the top 3. Starting it off in 3rd place is Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill with 843,000 points. Only 20,000 points ahead in 2nd place is Devoided over at Roadside with 853,000 points. With a pretty comfy lead in 1st, though, it's Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,233,000 points.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff. I feel like there's still a lot of close races there. Yeah. If you're in the 100,000 point club of another player, you really can make that up in 1 or 2 PGL nights. And so I think any Bryzo in 5th place could make his way all the way to 2nd if he had a really good night.
No, 100%. I mean, he's right there. He's 791,000 points compared to Devoided 850,000.
Yeah, so shakeups could definitely happen tonight, and hopefully we see that as the PGL points are going to be awarded tonight during our Twins Wednesday. But some shakeups on the location side of the standings. There wasn't a lot of shakeups on the location side, but here are the big ones. Moving back from 9th into 10th, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead with 2,076,000 points. Well, not just getting into the 2 million point club, but also passing up Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. It's Cabin Bar and Nicolette with 2,079,000 points. A big jump for Cabin Bar and Nicolette, who had been sitting outside that 2 million point club for a while now.
Yeah, 100%. But other than that, everybody's kind of remaining in the same spots except for some people in the top 3. And we're going to go over the top 3 right now. Starting it off in 3rd place, falling from 2nd, we got Poppers in Virginia with 2,746,000 points. In 2nd place, rising from 3rd, we got VFW Northfield with 2,751,000 points. We're kind of immune to shakeups right now. And 1st, it's Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,565,000 points, already halfway to 4 million points.
It wasn't too long ago that we were saying that Poppers and VFW Northfield were right in a race with Howie's Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. But just as these last month, I would say, Howie's Sports Bar and Grill has really just started to separate, and almost to a 1 million point lead there. Definitely some awesome stuff, and we'll see if they can dominate tonight. But if you guys want to keep up with any shakeups in our standings, any shakeups in the progressives, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and click on our logo. That way you'll see, like I said, weekly bingo schedules, event details, reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. There's also a website link there on our Facebook page, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, our other socials, and even more links there as well. So definitely give our Facebook page a like and follow to get all that great information.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely check in on there. But of course, we have the best part of the broadcast to get into, and it is our Players Spotlight. This past weekend, Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's took away $23,632, becoming our Player Spotlight. Nice job to you, Mikey Wins. But when they won that awesome jackpot over at Steve-O's, they were supporting the West Metro Fire Rescue District Firefighters Relief. Their mission statement is they are committed to protecting the community's quality of life through prevention, preparedness, and all hazards through emergency response.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. We love supporting our local firefighters just because they're doing so much to help out the community. And that's just a little reminder that when you guys play Pilot games, your community wins. We'll be back in just 10.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls. Hey guys, and we are here for some Vikings lunchtime bingo. We got $2,000 of total prizes in this game, and we'll be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV. Player Connect at pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. But we do have balls dropping in this game number 1 of Vikings bingo.
100%, but we've been sending out a ton of those awesome Pilot TVs to a lot of new locations, including some of the following. We're going to give them a huge shout out, starting with McHugh's Grill and Bar. Then we had Muddy Chicken in Burnsville. Muddy Cow and Shakopee is up next. Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar in Burnsville. Before I go further, though, we do have a winner.
Player over at Poppers in Virginia, taking home $8 on that one. Now we're working on an $8 large gem, as we got players already 9 balls away.
Awesome stuff. Nice job to Player. But, of course, up next we got Red Men Club for the next new Pilot TV location. Then it's Flame Bar, Red Fox Tavern, Goodfellas in Lakeville, Old Piper Inn in Lakeville, and, of course, Blashko's Embassy Bar as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely some great locations going out there. You a fan of the movie Goodfellas?
Yeah, I like Goodfellas.
Yeah, it's a decent one. I haven't watched it in a really long time. It's one that I watched like once, and then I don't really like. I'm like, yeah, that's a great movie, but it's never drawn me to rewatch it again.
It's the one where at the beginning of the movie, Steve Buscemi, they're at the no, that's Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah,
Goodfellas is the one with whatchamacallit. At the beginning of the movie, they're in the car with the dude in the back. Yep.
Yeah, Goodfellas is the Ray
Ray
Liotta.
Liotta. Yeah, this
Robert
was a great
De Niro,
movie.
Joe Pesci. Just a classic. But for some reason, I just never find myself wanting to rewatch it.
You know, I've rewatched it quite a few times in the past few years, and I always feel so bad for Joe Pesci.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I just feel like that really like he like obviously did it to himself, but like
yeah.
man, like,
No, it definitely is. Yeah, you feel bad. We do have $8 still on this large M that we're working on, and we got it. Going out, Mick over at Broadway Bar and Pizza Champlin, taking home $8. We do have a good run up at this $1,990 coverall jackpot as we have winning, naming it and claiming it, seeing if they can actually pull through with it, as well as Randman, 3 balls away. We'll see who can get the win. But speaking of wins, we've given out 20 different jackpot wins over this past 7 days and 24 jackpots during this season 12. It's been a really good season 12, and one of those jackpots just went out yesterday.
That's right. It went out to Sarah over at Double R Saloon, taking away $1,043. Nice job to you, Sarah.
Yeah, the lone winner of that one. Do I tell you it was funny? I got yesterday. I got Goodfellas mixed up with The Nice Guys.
Oh, the new one with what's his face and
it's got Ryan
Reynolds,
Gosling.
or Ryan Gosling, I mean, and
Yes.
was Gerald Butler?
I don't remember who it all is, but I just remember I thought it was hilarious.
It was
like,
funny.
I was like, it's just a different way of saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Like that's how I got it mixed up. It's not even because the movies are any bit related to each
Yeah.
other. We do have Elsa as well as Loser Dave, Randman, and Steve all splitting up that $12 must-go coverall prize. Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park, Elsa at Polar Lounge, Randman at HR Pesties, and Steve over at Our Place on 3rd in Faribault. Good job to all of the winners in game number 1. Now we're about to get enrolled in game number 2 of Vikings Bingo.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I thought it was hilarious that I got the Nice Guys mixed up with the Goodfellas.
That is pretty funny stuff. But yeah, both are pretty good movies. That Nice Guys movie was pretty funny.
That was one that I have never actually seen all the way through.
Yeah, I think you only popped in for like a couple minutes.
I was
when
about
we
to
were
say I
watching it
watched the
randomly.
very beginning of it, and then I think I watched the back half of it.
Yeah.
It was like a different time when someone else was watching it in our living room.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how it all but I've seen pretty much the whole movie, but just in little
Kinda,
bits
like,
and
staggered
pieces.
a little bit,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly like that.
Yeah, but of course, Goodfellas is definitely a good movie.
And a good location getting a PilotTV on today. We do have a great new E-Tab game getting released, and it's called Bounty Hunter. Collect up lucky horseshoes and try the Bonanza bonus, or try your luck and pick a lucky door in the Saloon Door bonus. It's a fun little Western-themed game.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely try it out and let us know what you think. But if you want...
Oh, speaking of Westerns, I totally want to get you to download the Switch game that has the
quick draw.
the
Yeah.
quick draw one. Just speaking of old Westerns.
Yeah, no, it's
'Cause
like a
I've
ton of mini games inside
Yes,
of it.
because it's
yeah.
not just the quick draw game.
It's like it's called 1-2 Switch, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, and it feels like the closest thing you're gonna find to Wii games.
Yep.
That is now with the Switch kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, it's one of those things I'll definitely grab when it's on sale.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I
it's
mean?
like one of those group games that are perfect for when you have like a family get together
Yeah.
or like just a friend get together of any kind. Those are the kinds of stupid games that really get you going, get you like yelling at each other and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it would be hilarious if like, Halloween celebrations, you could probably turn a few of those games into drinking games.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. So definitely some good stuff. But hopefully they have a half-off sale on it.
That
or
would be
something.
awesome.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
But if you want to keep updated with any new games we are releasing here at Pilot Games, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. Search up Pilot Games and you will see our logo. That way you can see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and a lot more than that too. You can also click the website link on our Facebook to see our link tree. Has links to bar locations, other social medias like Facebook, or not like Facebook, you're already on there, like Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff, and a lot more is on there too. So then we check it out, let us know what you think, and we love hearing from you guys too, so don't be scared to message into us if you have any issues of your own.
Yes, definitely some great stuff there. And we got a great day of live bingo in store for you guys. Right now, playing that Vikings bingo. This will be running all the way till 1 o'clock. And hopefully we can give out this $2,000 jackpot by the time we end off at 1 o'clock. But right at 1 o'clock, that's when you get rolling over to the Game Day Bingo games, 50-cent card edition. That runs from 1 all the way till 4. Those games will be unhosted. While you're playing those games, you'll have a shot at a minor prize of $340 $45, 52 balls or less to win. A major prize of $6,081 you take home in 54 balls or less. And a mega prize of $39,321 you can take home in 48 balls or less. And should be clicking up from 48 to 49 as soon as it clicks over $40,000. But if any of those prizes don't go out during that 1 to 4 opportunity, you'll have some more opportunities to take home those great prizes during our live hosted happy hour bingo.
Yeah, 100%. And of course, it's all the same prizes like Ian was saying, except so all the ones that don't go out during the original game day bingo from 1 to 4, they'll be available during 4 to 6 p.m. game day bingo. So definitely keep all that good stuff in mind. But that starts off with that game of Lucky 4 bingo right at 4. Over $40,000 is going to be available on that one, so definitely be on the watch for that. All the jackpots that don't go out on that game will be transferring over to the second chance of Lucky 4 bingo to end off happy hour right at 6 p.m. So we got 2 games of Lucky 4 bingo, 23 games of game day bingo to get into from 4 to 6 p.m. It's going to be a great time for that happy hour time slot. So come on out, try and get some nice jackpots.
Yeah, it's always a really good time to win jackpots during our happy hour. And right after our happy hour, we really like giving out jackpots in Skull Bingo. Some of our favorite ones are the Skull Bingo prizes, as that runs from 6 to 10 mostly every single day. We do have a coverall of $16,000 you could take home in 50 balls or less, a large frame of $2,775 you could take home in 43 balls or less, and a line prize that's just starting off at $0 but grows so quickly it should be going out during that Skull Bingo time, and you can win it in 10 balls or less. But tonight we will be interrupting that Skull Bingo from 7 to 9 for one of our great PGL specialty nights.
Oh, 100%. Definitely come on out for tonight, Twins Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. But of course, we do have a winner. It is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park, and then Elsa over at Polar Lounge taking away that large M, wasting no time. And then we got Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine just doing it all, taking away the coverall. Nice job to those 3. Those are 3 pretty big winners right there. Loser Dave, Elsa, Scrub Eye, all taking away some W's.
Yeah, some big names out there for sure, as Elsa's been a champion in the lunchtime bingo standings, and Scrub Eye was trying to be the champion of this season, as well as Loser Dave, as I think both those players have held first place at least at one point during this season.
Well, 100%. So congrats to you guys. But of course, Twins Wednesday tonight from 7 to 9, like it is every single Wednesday. Got a lot of great PGL opportunities for points tonight, including some high and low tournament games. Those are always a lot of fun. We're like the worst loser wins the same as the biggest winner. It's really cool stuff. I feel like it really speaks true to me.
Yeah, I love a good Twins Wednesday.
100%.
It's awesome stuff. I mean, the grand finale, probably my favorite of all the games.
Yep.
I do love the high-low game, but, wipeout, blackout, holding on to the beach theme. I feel like you're still holding on a little bit to the beach theme as well.
Actually, it's cats on here.
Oh, is it cats?
It's all cats. It's
all
all cats
I
and
totally thought it was like
house plants.
Okay, it's house plants. That's what it is. Because I saw the little lines and I saw like
little
the plants.
flowers and cats on there.
So I guess you're not holding on to summer.
There's a cat right there on my sleeve. You can see it pretty good on the camera.
It is a pretty summery shirt, though.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%.
It definitely
I think it's like a springy summer shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're holding a little bit on to the warm weather, and you can hold on to the warm weather with us during Twins Wednesday, trying to take home some of those wipeout, blackout prizes. But we also have great prizes that happen during our MegaSota game night specialty night. That happened just last night, and it happens at 6:40 every single Tuesday. You guys can take home a bunch of PGL point action, as well as a grand finale of $41,551 in Jackpot Jungle. All you got to do is win it in 54 balls or less.
100%. So definitely come out for those PGL specialty nights, MegaSota game night and Twins Wednesday. Both are a ton of fun and a ton of good chances at some jackpots. But we do have some national days to get into, and we got quite a few. Starting it off is a more of an awareness type of day, because it is World Arthritis Day. This day spreads awareness about the most prevalent disease in the world. This Awareness Day highlights the need for early diagnosis and treatment. And, yeah, very true.
And there's also just ways to prevent arthritis from occurring within you with proper different things, especially when you talk about some of those early onset arthritis. Like I know that one of my football coaches, he had early onset arthritis in his elbow. And he was my quarterback coach. And basically basically he screamed at me when I started throwing the ball. Like, I started chucking the ball as deep as I could right off the bat, and didn't do any kind of warm-up. And he was like, you are going to mess up your elbow for the rest of your life if you keep on doing stuff like that. Make sure you do proper warm-ups. Make sure you do the proper steps to be able to, not injure yourself for the long term kind of thing. So there's ways to help out with not injuring those important movement parts.
Yes, no, 100%. It's definitely a lot of good stuff. I mean, even going as as little details as to whatchamacallit, like what kind of mouse pad you use. Like, what position are you in when you're like doing your computer work and stuff? Like, how are you handling your phone, and what is your neck looking like when you're on your phone, kind of thing. It's a constant battle. I mean, honestly, with posture and like making sure that you're not doing things weird, and it's a lot. It's a lot to pay attention to.
Some of the few things you can do to help prevent your risk of arthritis is control your blood pressure, exercise, stretch, avoid injury, quit smoking, eat fish twice a week, and get into routine preventative care.
Oh, interesting stuff. Yeah, definitely pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, healthy weight definitely helps.
That's a huge one.
That is definitely a huge one, to be honest. So, really cool stuff. World Arthritis Day. It's something that affects so many people. I mean, especially once we get.
I mean, we literally said was it the world's
most prevalent disease in the world?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely a big one to look into. A good awareness day, but. We do have a winner. It is none other than Banana Head over at Adagio's, taking away the line. Nice job to you, Banana Head.
Yeah, that'd be scary to see, a human with a banana head.
No, 100%. It's like that Family Guy, like a little peanut butter jelly time thing.
Oh, yeah. No, I was thinking more of like you take, what's that show with the orange?
Oh, yeah, Annoying Orange.
Yeah, Annoying Orange, but you put it on a banana, and then you just stake that banana, and it just is connected to a neck.
Yeah,
and
that would be terrible.
It would be terrifying.
Kind of like it looked like the Pepsi Man.
The Pepsi Man? I don't know what you're talking about.
The Pepsi Moon Man.
The Pepsi Moon.
I forget what his name is. This guy.
Oh,
Saint Pepsi.
Yes. Oh, yes. Exactly like that. Exactly like that.
It looked like him.
Wow, that's a great character. They should need to bring that more out.
Yeah, I don't know. It was McDonald's. It was a McDonald's thing, I think. I don't know.
The Moon Man?
Yeah, I don't know what it was from. I think it was McDonald's Mac Tonight. What was that? I think it was Tonight. I think it was a late night commercial.
That is hilarious. We are still working on an $8 large M as Mike is one ball away. We'll see if they can get the win right here as we're about to click past that coverall jackpot and make it to a must-go prize of, let's see, $12 on that must-go coverall prize.
That's funny. Yeah, it was Mac Tonight.
That is hilarious. We do have really JMD over at Max's on Main taking home that large M of $8. We're now working on that $12 must-go coverall prize.
Ben sending in some fan drawings of Mac Tonight.
Yeah, nice. I mean, it's a great. We need more. We need
him back. We need him back. That'd be funny. We need him back. Also, he's pro at the saxophone.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would just add it to the next level.
It'd be great. But hey, speaking of them, we got Banana Head again over at Adagio's, taking away another win on this game. Nice job taking away the coverall and getting the double win.
Yeah, that or like a flute.
A flute.
Yeah, he's just like really soothed flutist.
It's crazy flutist. The best flutist you've ever seen.
Exactly. Well, let's move on from what national day? World Arthritis Day. I don't know how, but we got a bunch of winners, and so that's how we got all over.
Off track.
Yeah. Next up is National Vermont Day. On October 12th, the Green Mountain State is recognized on National Vermont Day. It is the 14th state to join the United States. The state derives its name from the French word vert for green and mont for mountain. So it means green mountain.
Oh,
that's what Vermont means.
That's funny. I honestly didn't really know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So.
I knew vert was green in French, but that's funny. Vermont. That's fun. Green Mountain. That's really cool. I like that name a lot more now. But yeah, some Vermont facts. We'll get into some for you guys. I feel like Vermont is probably a pretty interesting state.
Yeah, I feel like let's look up fun facts because that's how you get the weird ones.
100%.
And we only want to talk about the weird ones.
Exactly.
We don't want the normal facts.
No. We either want facts for kids or crazy, like, insane happenings.
Exactly. Okay, so yeah, it means Green Mountain. That's the first one they said. Boring. Vermont became the 14th state. We already talked about that as well. Before that, it was its very own country. Founded in 1777, the Vermont Republic operated a post office, issued its own currency called Vermont coppers, and abolished slavery.
Before everybody.
That is crazy.
Good for them. They should have just stuck. They should have just stuck around. Vermont should have just been its own thing.
That is crazy.
And honestly, they totally could have been because Vermont is also the largest producer of maple syrup in the U.S., producing over 500,000 gallons a year.
Exactly. You need your maple syrup. You got to join the Vermont Republic.
That's right, the Vermont Republic.
That would be hilarious if we were called the Vermont Republic instead of like the United States.
The United States, the Vermont Republic. I would love it.
Yeah, way better.
The whole country was just Vermont.
It also feels somewhat, I don't know why, just more Star Wars-y, just because, you know, they always talk about the Republic.
True.
But, like, you know, to be the Vermont Republic, I'd feel like I was a Star Wars character.
Vermont. But of course, consider this. The next time you eat pancakes, it takes about 40 years for a sugar maple to grow large enough, at least 10 inches in diameter, to tap. Then, it takes some 40 gallons of sap to produce a single gallon of syrup. Don't waste a drop.
Wow, that takes a lot of work to get that syrup.
That's a lot.
Vermont also America's #1 producer of marble and #2 producer of
talc.
They're the state's official rock and mineral, respectively.
That's awesome. #1 producer of marble. That's huge.
Yeah,
they're not a big state either.
That's awesome.
That's really crazy. Well, they have only a population of just 7,787 in 2012, and Montpelier is the smallest state capital in the U.S. That is really small.
Yeah.
That is like crazy small. That's like a lot smaller than the town we're in.
Yeah, that's really, really crazy. Definitely some cool stuff. Yeah, and the capital of Alaska and the 6th smallest state capital is by population 32,167 people. Wow. So the 6th smallest compared to the, what'd they say, the 2nd smallest or the smallest?
It's the smallest.
It was 7,000.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Huge difference.
That's a huge difference. But of course, we do have a certain Reggie Rue over at William McCoy's Vandover taking away that line prize. Nice job to you, Reggie Rue.
Oh, yeah. And some people joke that Vermont has more dairy cows than people. Not true. There's one cow for every 3.8 people, which is still the nation's highest ratio of cow to people.
They're on the way to ratio humans in Vermont.
That's funny.
That is really funny. Let's see. U.S. Presidents Chester Arthur and Calvin Coolidge were both born in Vermont. And Calvin Coolidge is the only president born on the 4th of July.
Wow.
Interesting. That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Let's see.
Oh, that's cool. So apparently a family from Vermont inspired The Sound of Music.
Oh, really? Oh, the Von Trapp family.
Yeah, and they're still running the family ski lodge.
That's really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, that's the main family from The Sound of Music.
Yeah, that's really cool. Let's see. One thing that's not legal in Vermont is billboard advertising. Good. It shouldn't be legal.
I don't want it. It's too big. It's too annoying.
It's literally distracting drivers. Like, how was it ever legal?
I agree with that.
To be honest, like, it's dumb. Like, there's been, and plus, like, the whole thing with billboards is, like, trying to capture your attention. Like, there's so many billboards with things hanging off of it and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, there's billboards where it's completely upside down.
Yeah.
Where it's completely upside down just to be able to get your attention.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I'm literally turning my head upside down going 80 miles an hour.
Like, I have to, like, you want me to actually process that?
Yeah,
no. We do have Player over at Poppers in Virginia taking home that $9 large gem. Good job, Player. As we click past that coverall to a must-go prize of $13, we should be seeing it go out in the next few balls. We got a bunch of players one ball away.
That's right. The only ones I find acceptable is the ones that show restaurants. Like, oh, these restaurants next exit. exit. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I mean?
but those are road signs.
Yeah, those are the road signs, and then they have the billboards sometimes
there
for
are.
McDonald's, Taco Bell, all those ones.
Yes, but
even
I
those,
only need the road sign.
no, exactly. At the end of the day, you really only need the road sign. But
Exactly.
we do have a couple winners to get into. We got Player over at Poppers and Elsa over at Polar Lounge. Both of them taking away some wins on this game. Nice job to everybody taking some wins.
Oh yeah, now we're getting enrolled into a game number 4 of Vikings bingo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben was checking in, Florida resident. Yeah, I'm going 120 miles per hour on a slow day.
Don't distract me.
Distract me.
That's funny. Yeah, there's so we're about to get enrolled in game number. I went to go check it, and then Ben distracted me. We're getting into game number 5 now. That's what we're
Yes.
about to get into, game number 5. Vermont has one telephone area code.
that is
They are
awesome.
proud of it. You'll see 802 on T-shirts, bumper stickers, and even tattoos.
Good for them, dude. Good for them. I wish.
Yeah, that's
I wish.
that's awesome, Vermont.
That is awesome. That is really cool. Honestly, that's respectable. I like it. Happy Vermont Day, everybody. Maybe go out there and do something a Vermontian would.
Oh, yeah. Next up is National Savings Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, National Savings Day set aside October 12th to recognize those who value the act of saving and to provide simple steps to show getting started isn't as difficult as it may seem.
Awesome stuff.
It's
boy.
something I need to get better about.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely like on a more large scale.
Yeah, like I save
more
good.
so than just like every other paycheck. Maybe I'll put some money away.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have a goal, at least at one point in my life over the
Yeah.
next like 5 years. I would love to have half a year's worth of money
Yeah.
saved away. Like
Yeah.
whatever I make like during that time, as if I can have half a year's like salary put away
Yeah.
like in my savings, that would be awesome for like my future life goals and everything like that. Obviously it wouldn't sit in my savings account, it would
Yeah.
sit in like an investment account or something
my
like
bed.
that. Yeah, it would just gonna sit under my
Holes
bed.
in my backyard.
Yeah, it would sit somewhere where it would accumulate more money than
Yep.
just like your average account.
Yeah.
But it definitely is something that I really would like to do at some point.
Honestly, like if I have that amount, if I get to the point where I have half a year of like my earnings like saved up, like I honestly would strongly consider just like finding a way to put it into stocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that or put it into like if I could like go and buy like a house or apartment or something
big,
like
yeah.
that, and then just like rent out that apartment and
Very true.
you know get another source of income,
Yeah.
kind of deal. And then you know housing prices usually just go up, and so you can then sell it for whatever price you already were getting. So it's already gaining value with the housing market going up or whatever it is, unless it crashes like crazy. But
Very true.
you know, renting it is super easy.
Become the super villain, ultra landlord over everybody.
And that's the
mastermind.
easiest way to become rich.
No,
Easiest
very
way to-
true, very true. No, like to actually like get multiple properties and build off of that and to
Yeah.
continue along. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to. I think it's the most common way that new people become billionaires.
Yeah.
is through
Like through real estate
is
and
through real estate.
Yeah, no, 100%, and especially in cities, dude. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
It's really crazy.
Yeah, so it's like that's the most common for someone who comes from like a non-wealthy environment kind of thing.
And honestly, I think if I were to like guess at it and stuff, because obviously I'm not like a crazy financial genius.
Yeah.
Like if I were to guess like and put my best bet on like starting somewhere, I would probably go into like a city that's like one of the top 10 fastest growing cities, but it's not a
Yeah.
big city yet. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that would be probably the best way to do
Yeah.
it. Anything that's growing, like you'd probably want to go there. Whatever
Exactly.
seems to like technology is advancing the
Dude.
fastest.
For real. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure like what is it? Pennsylvania or like Virginia right now is crazy for that.
Yeah, so whatever that is, that's where I would probably end up going. We do
100%.
have Maddie B as well as Mikey Wins, Mandy B,
I was like, Maddie B raps?
Elsa.
No way.
They're all splitting off that $8 lime prize. We're now working on an $8 large M. I
feel
wish
like-
it was Maddie B Raps.
I feel like Maddie B raps is like still 11.
he just has blown up on TikTok again.
Really?
Yeah, he's now like a popular
Oh,
TikToker.
the dude, he's 19 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of got a young gravy look to him. Now, if you see his current hair.
Oh gosh, let me take a look. Maddie B raps. Oh, okay.
That's what he looks like
Oh, wow. Wow, that's crazy. He just looks like a dude now. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like a grown man. Like
He's just a regular dude. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, hey, shout out Maddie B raps.
yeah,
That's so funny.
It's so many. I saw so many memes of him as a kid. It was
For
awesome.
real. Oh, he was huge.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay, well, best ways to save some money: eliminate your debt, set saving goals, pay yourself first, stop smoking, take a staycation, spend to save, utility savings, and maybe just pack your lunch to go to work.
Very, very true stuff. Definitely good ways of saving some money, but we do have a couple winners. We got Nan over at Corky's Bar at South Haven and RTT over at 1029 Bar. Both of them splitting up the large M. Nice job to you guys. But happy National Savings Day, everybody. It's not a super fun one, but it's a one that we probably should follow more.
Yeah, and when you have those savings, I mean, it makes the bad times more
my
fun.
goodness, yeah.
Like that's the key is that, you know, when you're saving, that might not be fun, but it's a lot more fun to be caught unprepared in a situation where you need finances.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, we do have a couple more winners on the coverall. We got Mikey Wins over at Maple Tavern and Nikki over at Cornerstone Pub and Prime. Nice job to you guys splitting up that coverall prize.
Yeah, now we're about to get enrolled into a game number 6 of Vikings Bingo. Hopefully we see you guys continue to get enrolled and press play. But next up on our National Day list.
That's right. It is National Gumbo Day. Ooh. On October 12th, the menu spotlights National Gumbo Day for food holidays. This heavily seasoned stew-like dish fills us up on chilly fall days.
Yeah, I would probably not even know what gumbo was unless I watched Princess and the Frog.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
That was definitely my first introduction to like actual like knowledge of gumbo.
For me, I saw it like a picture of it like at a restaurant one time, and like I didn't want to order it because I had never had it, and but it looked really good, and so like I pestered my mom
I always
about
thought
it
it
for
looked
so long.
gross.
Yeah, like I don't know, for some reason it just looked, they had shrimp in it, it had sausage in it, and I was like, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
And so I pestered my mom to make it for like weeks and weeks, months it felt like when I was a kid, and she finally made it, and it was like really good. Like I really liked it when she made it, and it had like okra in it. That was the part I didn't like, was the okra. It was kind of slimy.
Okay.
But whatchamacallit, it was really good. And then I had gumbo like a couple other times, and it's been meh. It's just kind of like stew.
Yeah, I've never tried it, so I definitely would like to at some point.
It's
just,
good.
Just give it a shot.
Yeah, I feel like if you go to like a Cajun restaurant, like it's definitely, get gumbo.
Oh yeah. Well, let's find some. I'm trying to find some gumbo fun facts, but there's no real just like crazy gumbo fun fact list that I would.
I guess you can look up whatchamacallit.
Feel like I found a good day.
Let's see. First, you make a roux. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe look up some unique gumbo recipes. We'll take a look at some crazy.
Honestly,
like,
we don't
takes
have
on it.
enough time to talk about all gumbo recipes and everything like that. It's a great day to eat some gumbo. It's a tasty treat. Add the seafood, have a bunch of good stuff. It's definitely a tasty one on today that I could definitely get more into. But I'm now more inclined to probably eat like a brown soup than I was as a child.
Yeah,
Like seeing a brown soup made me like go like, ooh. Like,
yeah,
that's.
I was definitely more accustomed to it because like what my mom made beef stew a lot. My mom made like chili a lot and that sort of thing. So I was very, very like used to those things.
Yes.
And and I seeing that, I was like sausage and shrimp. I was like, dang, that sounds way better than chili.
I agree with that. It does sound better than chili
Yeah.
at times. We do have 5 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, and we have another national day to get into. It's National Farmers Day. National Farmers Day on October 12th offers much deserved praise to hard-working farmers across the nation. In the midst of harvest season, the day pays tribute to men, women, and families who put food in the grocery stores and on our tables every day.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like farmers are so undervalued in our society today, and it's such a huge thing that You know, like it literally has so much to do with our everyday life and what we eat every day and stuff. So American farmers are huge. They're really good for our economy.
Yeah, they definitely are. We do have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven taking home that $9 line prize. Now we're working on a $9 large M. And we'll see if we can find some fun facts about farming. There are about 2 million U.S. farms, and roughly 3 million people work for the country's more than 2 million farms.
Wow, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Farm classifications are based on monetary thresholds.
Okay.
So the USDA defines a farm as a place producing and selling at least $1,000 of agricultural products in a year. Or one that would have under normal conditions. Farm size is measured by gross cash farm income, or GCFI.
Oh, okay. I feel like I could have a farm then. I feel like I could sell over $1,000 of products grown. 90% of U.S. farms are small. In the United States, a farm is considered small if it has a gross income of less than $350,000 a year. 9 out of 10 farms in the country rank as small. Accounting for 52% of land and 26% of production.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Oh.
Let's see. Large-scale family farms represent just 2.5% of U.S. farms, but account for more than 50% of American produce.
That's awesome.
That is super crazy. Farmers, yeah, that's pretty crazy too. One U.S. farm can feed 166 people. That's
crazy.
on the average. That's on average.
Yeah, so wherever it lands in the middle of those large and small farms, whatever the average is between the two, it can feed up to 166 people.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, just living in the place we do, like, it's very easy to, I think, appreciate, like, farms and stuff just because we literally live in the middle of, like, farmland.
Oh, I see. We go any way out of our town, and there's farmland.
We're completely surrounded. So, I mean, it's definitely easy to think about them all the time, but I feel like elsewhere in America, it's kind of hard, easy to put them in the back of your mind sometimes.
It definitely can be. American farmland is worth $2 trillion.
That's right, but we do have a couple winners. We got Mikey Wins over at Maple Tavern taking away the large M, and we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park to take away the coverall. Nice job to all the winners on this game.
Oh, yeah, and then a few more.
Wow.
Women today comprise a third of all U.S. farm operators.
I mean, it spiked recently, apparently. That's really big. That's really cool.
Agriculture represents 1% of our GDP.
Wow, interesting.
Commercial egg farm produce more than 65 billion eggs each year.
Whoa.
And soybean production is key to making crayons.
That's funny. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either. Every baseball requires 150 yards of wool.
I did not know that either, to be honest.
Wind breaks provide protection for American fruit farmers.
Oh, okay. That's why we always see that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. It makes total sense, though.
It does.
Yeah, that's really funny. 45.6 million acres of U.S. cropland was used for wheat in 2019.
We do love our bread.
100%.
Definitely some awesome stuff on today. Well, happy National Farmers Day. Putting a lot of food out there all the time, and it's awesome stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So happy National Farmers Day, everybody. That is definitely a great one to celebrate and, of course, like look into, just to learn about, too.
Yeah.
Like, why not? It's always a fun thing. But, of course, up next, we do have National Free Thought Day. Annually on October 12th, National Free Thought Day encourages people to be free thinkers and base their opinions on facts, science, logic, and reason.
Yeah, definitely a good one on today. You always want to be doing your own processes. Don't just trust. I mean, I was told that I should do this. Like, maybe just think about it a little bit more, kind of thing. I don't know. There's lots of things that people tell you what to do.
Maybe if your coworker that's not actually your boss comes up to you and like, oh hey, do this for me, and you're like, wait, I'm not supposed to be frying all these potatoes right now. You're not my boss. You can do it.
Yes.
Have some free thought for yourself.
No, there's lots of times where it definitely is useful.
My girlfriend works at a restaurant now.
Okay.
And whatchamacallit, she's had this thing a couple times. It just popped in my mind now because I was making a joke about it. But it's like there's been this employee that like acts like a boss. And it's just it's so confusing because like she'll explain it to me and she'll be like, oh yeah, like she even wears like name tags to pretend that she is. Like she'll have the name tag on, and then like a shift manager will like point it out and be like, oh hey, you have the wrong name tag on. She'll be like, oh, like my bad, I didn't even realize.
Really?
And it's just like, come on.
Just like it faking being a boss?
Yeah, just like because I think they want to be or something like that.
That is funny.
No, it's like really, really funny. But there's been a couple times where Reagan, my girlfriend, has just had to be like, like no, I'll go talk to the boss.
I'll just leave.
Yeah, like I'm not listening to you. I don't know why you're talking to me right
like
now.
I'm doing what the boss told me to do.
Yes.
You can't tell me to do anything different.
Yep, exactly.
You are just you'd be basically like me telling myself to do something different.
Dude, this was probably the biggest thing where I was just like, come on. She had a double bun like in a hairnet, and like everybody else, like there's dudes with no hairnets on. They had like somewhat long hair. You know how it is. And whatchamacallit, and the same girl came up to her and was like, I don't think you can have a double bun in your hairnet. And my girlfriend just looked at her and was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay, well.
It's like, I think I'll just talk to the boss when he's here.
Yeah, just if it matters to you so much, you can talk to the boss when he gets here. And if the boss cares at all, he'll come talk to me. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy to us.
People are like that all the time. It's weird. So you be a thinker for yourself, and don't let other people tell you what to do. And maybe if it's good advice, heed it and actually do it. But a lot of people are full of bad advice. So
very true.
Be a free thinker. We got Tez over at Poppers taking home $7. Now we're working on a $7 large gem. We'll see if we can give it out to one of these players who are 5 balls away.
100%. But of course, we do have a little bit of Minnesota Twins news to get into. We are set. We lost the season 77-84. Did not finish above 500, unfortunately. We are only 5 wins better than last season. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
I expected us to finish better just because we had a lot better just talent and everything like that. It's surprising that it's only 5 wins
yeah,
better.
And it's crazy also. We're starting to, it's starting to become evident that Carlos Correa, he might not be sticking around.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. So there's lots of things. I mean, we're talking about 3 lost players to the waiver wire just this Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right. We lost outfielder Jake Cave, who was claimed by the Orioles. Infielder Jermaine Palacios was claimed by the Tigers. And our catcher Caleb Hamilton was claimed by the Red Sox. The Twins also removed 2 of our pitchers from the 40-man roster, being Devin Smeltzer and John Romero. Devin Smeltzer, huge loss because his last name is kind of funny.
Yeah, that's really the only loss that we had of all those. I mean, some of those players were decent players, but none of them were our big stars. None of them were big splash guys.
I mean, there's a reason they were on the waiver wire.
And so, we'll see what happens as we continue going on, because there's signs that we're not going to be trying to rebuild, as we fired the head trainer, who is a big one that we could blame for, injury-riddled season.
Yeah.
And hopefully a new trainer can really rectify that situation.
Yeah.
But it seems like they just want to, revamp the coaching staff, get it right back going again, and hopefully that means Carlos Correa stays.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we do have a couple winners. Tez over at Poppers taking the line. Mikey Wentz taking the double win over at Maple Tavern on the large jam and the coverall. Nice job to you guys winning on this game. But yeah, no, I agree. Honestly, when I read that article about them firing the dude, I never thought about it before that point. I was just kind of like, oh, like that makes a lot of sense. Like the injuries did kind of seem like there was like too many and too often.
Yeah, it's just
and a lot
all
of repeat,
the time.
a lot of repeat dudes coming back.
Exactly, like they never came back fully healthy. No. Was he releasing them too early? Was he saying like, oh, they're good to go way too early? Whatever it was, I'm sure he's one of the best athletic trainers in the world probably, but he just wasn't up to par with what we wanted in the MLB. And hopefully we can find a guy that can get this team actually healthy, because when we were healthy at the beginning of the season, we were a hard-to-stop offense.
Yeah.
And Joe Ryan, our bullpen, just got better as the season went on. We had a bunch of rookies that played really, really well, especially in the pitching room. And so, I mean, this season was really a great season that if we can solidify the pitching room, re-keep a lot of those guys like Byron Buxton, keeping Carlos Correa, keeping those offensive players that can really hit the ball on a consistent basis, and then we finally get them out there on a consistent basis being healthy, it should be a really good season. I'm just hoping that can all come together.
No, I agree. But you know what's really weird and interesting about how the Twins are handling this Carlos Correa business? I don't know if you saw, but you know how Correa made that metaphor about he is right now a product in a shop.
Yes.
And all the Twins need to do is come into the shop, look at his price tag, and buy him. You know what I mean? And apparently the GM of the Twins saw that, and he was like, yeah, I searched his locker. He said this. He said, I searched his locker all over and couldn't find a price tag in there. Yeah, I thought the quote was hilarious. That's all he said.
Oh, really?
That's
so
what he
Carlos
said.
Correa might be making it a little bit more difficult to get the Twins
I don't know.
to re-sign him.
I just don't know if the Twins have come up to him yet.
Oh, or it's the Twins that are
Yeah.
being like, oh, I don't think he's actually worth the money.
Yeah,
kind of deal.
I think that's what they're trying to go. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Really?
And
I mean, he didn't have a fantastic season. He was
didn't.
injured a lot this season,
yeah.
and he was in and out of the lineup a lot.
Yeah.
But he definitely wasn't his Astro self that we saw the past 2 years before that.
Yeah, but I mean, he's had down years like this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's on a new team. He was injured most of the year. Even most of our roster was injured too, so we were playing with a crappier, worse team than normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just
he's not
kinda
going to force himself to get out there for a team that's on a downward spiral kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just one of those things where it's he reflects his environment to a certain extent, and I don't know. I think that definitely right now it's in the Twins' court. We have exclusive negotiating rights with them right now, and I don't think we've really done anything.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what can happen. But you guys can play a little bit of Twins action by playing our great E-Tab game, Twins Win. Play wherever you're playing Pilot Games at and see if you can take home some great prizes. Grand Slam prizes, really.
That's right.
But we do have some funny music days in history. And on today in 1996, one of these is not like the other. Here is the U.S. album charts looked like during this time today in 1996. Number 1, Celine Dion, Falling Into You.
Okay.
Number 2, Kenny G, The Moment.
Okay.
Number 3, Marilyn Manson, Antichrist Superstar.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that got to number 3.
Yeah, that got the number 3. Also on
Wow.
today, Jesus Christ Superstar released on
Oh, okay.
on air. So that was
That's
that was
funny.
another choice in my music day in history
Yeah.
was Jesus Christ Superstar going out there.
Yeah.
But I thought this one was pretty comical as well.
That
That it
is
actually
funny.
reached number 3, and it's mixed
Wow.
in with The Moment and Falling Into You.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's super, super funny. Well, hey, shout out to Celine Dion, Kenny G, and Marilyn Manson today. That's hilarious. But we do have a winner. It is Wednesday W, taking away a W on this fine Wednesday over at Adagios. Nice job to you. But
Yeah,
of
I
course,
need to watch the new show about Wednesday Addams.
There's a new show.
Yeah, new show about Addams Family. It
Nice.
even has the original Wednesday Addams in it.
Oh.
And it's a pretty popular new actress that's playing Wednesday Addams.
Oh, I have a feeling I might know. Wednesday Addams. Is it called just Wednesday?
I think it's just called Wednesday.
Wednesday's show. Let's take a look. Yep. Oh, Jenny Ortega. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't think it was gonna be her, but that's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little cast, and I
Catherine
want to give it a watch.
Zeta-Jones. I like Louis Guzman. I think that's how you say his name. He's really cool. I
Yeah,
like him
he's
in
playing Gomez Adams,
things. That's
and
really
Catherine
funny.
Zeta-Jones is Monica.
Fred Armisen is in
Morticia, I
there.
mean Morticia.
That's funny.
Adams.
Seems like it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I want to give it a watch. We do have Mikey wins as well as Nikki splitting up that $7 large M as we try and give out this $2,000 jackpot right here. No, moving on to a must-go of $11.
Awesome stuff. But of course, we do have that coverall still available at $11.
We'll see if we can go out. Gucci Gang out there trying one ball away. But we do have one more day in music history.
That's right. Back in 2013, Lorde at 16 becomes the youngest solo artist to write and record a Hot 100 #1 hit when Royals rose to the top
I
spot.
didn't know she was 16.
Yeah, she was super young.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. We do have Nick, too, over at the Sunset Grill, taking home that $11 coverall prize. Good job to all of our winners in this game. And we're about to get enrolled into a game number, what is this, game number 9?
Yes.
I think it's game
Yes.
number 9
Yeah, game
of
number 9.
Vikings Bingo we're about to get into. Yeah, that was game number 8. We're getting into game number 9. Hopefully we see you guys get in here because we want to give out that $2,000 jackpot. But 16, crazy for Lord to be given out to be at number 1 with her song Royal.
Yeah, no, that is super, super crazy. I know. I remember when it came out. I've never heard her talk until like last year sometime.
Really?
And yeah. Like I just, like never really paid attention to her. I wasn't super into her music either.
No, I
so
wasn't
like,
either. But I've heard that song many times on the
I've
radio
heard the
and
song.
stuff.
I've heard the song. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
so
heard it
many.
a ton. But whatchamacallit, I've never heard her speak. And so I thought like for so long she was just like super Scottish, and I have no idea why. And come to find out, she talks like completely in like a just neutral tone. You know what I mean? She doesn't really have a very thick accent of any kind.
Of any kind, just
and,
a very-
and she's like Macedonian, I think.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
like she's like not Scottish whatsoever.
That is super
Yeah.
funny.
No, and it's funny. I don't even know. Like, I think it's because somebody like said she looked like the princess from Brave one time. And I think I just kind of my brain took it and ran with it. I think.
That is hilarious. But I mean, at 16 years old, kind of like Chief Keef.
Yeah. No, seriously. Yeah.
But
no,
Chief Keef, I think, was even
Chief
earlier.
Keef, Soulja Boy, Lil Wayne, Chris
Yeah.
Brown, all those dudes.
Was Lil Wayne really that early?
He dropped out of high school. He was in high school when he went platinum.
Was it high school when he went
Yeah.
platinum? I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
his mom actually, it got too dangerous for him to go to public school still, so his mom told him to drop out and get a GED. That's what he did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really awesome stuff. I know Chief Keef because it was like 11 years old when he blew up.
Yeah, no, that was
like
insane.
He was so like he was like my age. I think he's only like 3 years older than me.
Yeah, I think he's like 25 now, 26 maybe at the most.
Yeah, I think he's like 26, 27.
Yeah, and but yeah, when he was blowing up, he was like 14, I think, at the most.
Yeah, at the oldest. Oldest.
Because
It
I
was
remember
crazy.
that whole like interaction with Katy Perry on Twitter when she was like, "Mr. Keefe." I'm sorry, Mr. Keefe.
Mr. Keith.
That's so funny.
We do just have 40 seconds to get enrolled in game number 9 of Vikings Bingo. Hopefully you guys are getting enrolled. Press and play. We try and give out that $2,000 jackpot out to you. But if you guys want to be earning points tonight, as we have a PGL night happening, get signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. They earn points on these nights as well as access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. And a little cherry on top, we like to highlight those new players that get signed up.
That's right. And we got some new members, including Blue Frog 12, Pink Fly 123, Fred Trisha, BJ Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440, B Sanjer 34, Midnight, Kate, Sham, JLP, and Peterson 27.
Definitely some great stuff going out there. And we have a great Minnesota Wild game happening tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be happening as the New York Rangers are going to be taking on those Minnesota Wild. The Wild, in the last 8 meetings with the New York Rangers, have won 6 out of those 8 meetings.
Wow.
So they definitely are on a winning streak against them.
Yeah, 100%. But we do have a winner. We got KSY Pop over at Cornerstone Pub in Prime, taking away that line prize. Nice job to you, KSY. But for those game predictions against the Rangers. So, New York played on Tuesday, and this game is the first game of a back-to-back for the Rangers. This will be Minnesota's first game of the season, and they are going to be ready for it. The Wild were excellent on offense last season, and I have no reason to suspect it's going to change anytime soon. They ranked 5th in goals per game and 11th in shots per game. That's just ridiculous. The Wild won both matchups against the Rangers last year and scored 3 goals or more in each game. Minnesota has done well against the Rangers recently, winning 6 out of the last 8 meetings, and also playing at home. The Wild will definitely win this game by 2 goals or more.
Yeah, that's a great prediction right there. I like that.
Yeah.
And that would get us the over on that. I think the over-under is at 6 goals. We are favored by 1.5 goals.
Okay.
And so we have to beat them by 2 goals to beat them in Vegas' eyes. And so I'm going to predict a nice score matchup of 5-3 as we end up winning in Vegas' eyes as well.
I think since we're 6-2 again, I think it's going to be 6-2.
6-2. I
Yeah.
like that score
Yeah.
prediction. Just pick our exact record as we advance to 7-2.
That's right. So 6-2, looking good. I think it's going to be a fun debut for the Wild.
Yeah, they're going to be taking on those Rangers at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Should be a fun night. We do have a winner on that large M, though.
That's right. We got a repeat and Joe over at Choo Choo Restaurant and Bar. That's awesome. And then KSY Pop over at Cornerstone Pub taking another win. Nice job to you two splitting up that large M. But we got KSY missing on that coverall just barely, but still one ball away from that must-go prize of $11.
We do have an ETAB game that we teamed up with the Minnesota Wild that we'd love to highlight, and that's called Let's Go Wild. Play at wherever you're playing Pilot games right now, and even check out the Slapshot bonus round to see if you can win some great prizes. But we do have that coverall prize going out.
That's right, to Tez over at Poppers in Virginia taking it away, as well as Joe over at Choo Choo Restaurant and Rosina over at Lookout Bar. All of them splitting up that coverall. Nice job to you guys.
Yeah, we're now getting enrolled into the final game of Vikings Bingo, so hopefully you guys are getting enrolled and press and play. And if you guys take home a jackpot in this game, we'd love to see a player picture of it. You could share those pictures of you with those jackpots, maybe you with your friend, maybe just you having a good time by yourself playing Pilot games. You could share those pictures on Facebook by messaging us directly or by posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games. You can also email them to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Awesome stuff. But, of course, we do have Ben checking in with his prediction for the Wild Rangers game. And he is saying the Wild are going to win in a close game, 2-1.
Okay, so he says that the Rangers win in Vegas's eyes, but we end up winning in the real score, which I still like right there. And he's predicting the under on the over-under.
Awesome stuff. Well, hey, hopefully we end up getting that first W of the season. I know, honestly, the first win is always super important, and hopefully we can get that before the first loss.
For sure. But we do have some Viking news to get into as we get into this final game of Vikings Bingo.
That's right. We got a little power ranking update going on. Last week, we were 7th out of the 32 teams in the NFL, and we have risen to 4. It is crazy.
Yeah, according to ESPN NFL Nation.
Yeah, out of ESPN NFL Nation. And the Vikings already have an excellent chance to make the playoffs thanks to their hot start, but they've needed to overcome a late fourth quarter deficit in each of their past 3 games. They'll need to produce some steadier performances in the second half to ensure they are playing with a lead and not leaving it up to the other team to take advantage. So while that was according to the ESPN NFL Nation, we have one that's real life. This is actually what the rankings are.
Pete Prisco's?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, CBS Sports. Yeah, I mean, Pete Prisco, he's a good analyst, but I
just like his name.
I do like Pete Prisco's name.
Pete Prisco.
Plus, he's got a nice, shiny, bald head. It looks great.
Nice.
He looks like he knows football well.
Last
week, he had us at number 7th. We highlighted him last week, what he had us rated at. And this week, he has us at number 5. His reasoning is they're 4-1, but they made it interesting against the Bears.
I agree.
The defense has to be better as they head to Miami.
I completely agree, to be honest with
I think both of these rankings kind of are in the same boat.
Yep.
They both are saying they're 4-1. They keep on winning games. Like they're a new coach, new coaching staff. Like they're a really good team, but we just don't know how good they are. Like this is a hesitant put them into our top 5.
Yep.
Like this is a hesitant put it into the top 5. And if they keep on getting these wins, we're not going to be able to pull them out of the top 5.
No.
But if they win, we'll quickly drop them from 4th maybe to out of the top 10.
Well, I mean, like how low did they have the undefeated Steelers in those top 10s? Because they had them pretty low back then. Remember when they went 7-0? That one in like 2019.
How low they were in the power rankings?
In the power rankings, yeah. They were in the top 10 still, but they were out of the top 5 sometimes.
Yeah, they weren't that high because it was such a weak schedule, and that's why the second half of the schedule they got dominated against. It was
pretty bad.
But I think it was very similar to how the people viewed Miami in the back half of last season, where they went 8-0, I think, in the last 8 games or something like that.
Even at that, it was much closer games against much worse teams.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like where it was like they barely scraped out of there because they have talent on defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they only because they have TJ Watt, whatchamacallit, Cam Jordan. No, not Cam Jordan. TJ Watt and what's the other dude on the line that's good? for the Steelers.
Oh, Hayward.
Cam Hayward, yes, and Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, they had a great defense,
Yeah.
and then Ben Roethlisberger was able to make just a little bit work on that team to keep them undefeated for a while.
It's just like a walking, like, I don't even know.
Like, just dump machine. He just was able to at least
he couldn't even move.
like exactly, but it worked out well because their offense was better with him than maybe not with Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's looked pretty nice for him.
Yeah, looked nice.
But
then Mitch Trubisky for sure.
Trubisky because he couldn't even do little dump passes to Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Najee Harris has been doing terrible this year.
I mean, dude, you get no line is better than the O line for the Steelers for Najee Harris right now. You know what I mean? If you just put him to the side of the field and give him like just a couple dudes to do work against, he's gonna do better.
Yeah, just take a couple plays from the New York Giants playbook.
Very true.
As they've been just feeding Saquon Barkley like 40 touches a game to get wins.
And for some reason, Danny Dimes has still been doing good.
He's a good runner. He's a good runner of the football.
So surprising.
He's terrible.
Whenever
he's terrible
he
at
takes
passing.
off, I don't get it.
He's terrible at passing, but running the football, he's decent at it.
It's so funny
we
to
do
me.
have Jen Mitch over at the Maple Tavern taking home $7. Now we got a little bit of a run up at this $2,000 jackpot. We'll see if we can give it out there. No, Danny Dimes reminds me a lot of.
No, he runs like he like just hit a growth spurt. You know what I mean? like he runs like he just grew into this body. Like
He reminds me like what he is basically like. He reminds me a lot of Colin Kaepernick with a lesser of an arm.
Yeah.
But he brings in that long straight line speed that Colin Kaepernick brought to the game. He could just get over to the outside and just run for 30 yards because he had that kind of speed behind him.
Yeah.
And Danny Dimes for some reason has that kind of speed as well.
It doesn't. It literally looks like he runs like one of the Manning brothers.
But he runs at 23 miles per hour.
Yes, and then for some of those legs just get him moving. It's hilarious.
I don't get it.
I love it though, to be honest. It's so funny to me. But we do have another winner. We got Pav over at Mama T's Castle Tap taking away that last win of Vikings.
I forgot that was the last one.
Yeah, no, no. But nice job to you guys taking away wins all throughout these games. We do have a great player spotlight to get into, and hey, a lot of great prizes for you guys to get into for this game day bingo coming up. So keep that in mind. But this player spotlight for this week, it is indeed Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's, taking away over $23,632 from this weekend. Nice job to you, Mikey Wins. But when they won that jackpot over at Steve-O's, they were supporting the West Metro Fire Rescue District Firefighters Relief. Their mission statement is to be committed to protecting the community's quality of life through prevention, preparedness, and all hazards by emergency response.
Well, enjoy a little bit of game day bingo, and remember, when you play Pilot Games, your community wins.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America. Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby! Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts, drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that! Smells like a big one! Five times multiplier!